are live, I think, and if we can get Greg to do the little check, we will be up and running. And we're out without Logan again today. I don't know why, but I don't know if he's back. He might be, but don't know. But that's okay. Today I'll be playing the part of not Logan. Why do I always forget his name? That's ridiculous. Clay. Thank you. So I'll be playing the part of Clay. But if you remember, are we good, Greg? Can you see if we're on or don't know? Still checking it out. All right. Okay, you're on mute, but that's okay. Let me just. I can also see this here too. I guess.
All right, can we get a mic check, everyone?
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mic checks.
I think we're good. I'm seeing it here.
Check.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
thumbs
up.
We got the thumbs up. Okay. Excellent. All right. Okay, so and let me just move this. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so last time, if you recall, you were fully embedded You're fully infiltrating the Sahagin base. And Steve or Dave, I'm going to ask one of you guys to see if you can summarize what we did last time, if you remember.
Well, it was pretty much, in the thick of battle.
Mm-hmm.
When I remember, I was in the battle up there, close to by those gears.
Yep.
Close to whatever Sahagin I was fighting. I was trying to get the bridge open, the gate open.
Yep.
So Kane could get through. We had our rogue out scouting about.
Yep.
And then the DM did an epic play with our cleric and put everyone to sleep in the heat of battle.
That's right, and it happened because you had an didn't Kane cast Entangle at a particular location, so everybody actually you had
Legolas
2 Entangles, didn't you?
Legolas had an Entangle.
Yeah, I did too.
Legolas had Entangle, and from that, most of the bad guys had taken some damage for some reason, and it wasn't just fully buffed Sahagin getting put to sleep. They were all they were weakened quite a bit, but yeah, Clay's goddess was able to really put them all to sleep. And again, I did you guys go and slit their throats, because I still got them alive on my map.
I think we
can't do that in front of me. Or I don't know. This is up for the.
I think.
No, I wasn't there. I don't know. Is that? I mean, they're not human. Does he think they're evil? I don't know.
I think I'm pretty sure that you were like, okay, this isn't going to be a problem for you, given their just true evil nature. I think that's sort of how you.
I won't play a paladin again, guys. I promise.
So
you don't have to worry about playing paladin. You just got to go with the whole religious fanatic, and it's he's not following my god. He's a goner.
That's another way to do it.
That is another way to do it.
Hey, Lathander, maybe just whoever the Sahagin gods are, your god has given you permission to go and take on anybody of that.
They smell like evil.
Position. They smell like evil. So there we go. So I've gone and officially X'd them off of the map. So they're all done. But as that battle was going on, so again, you had the first wave, and then who else was it? Erevan, was scouting out, and he saw a bunch more going in, and those bunch more that you guys just took out. And Erevan, do you remember what you saw? You went all pretty deep into this first level here. You managed to get to a place where there were a lot of
a lot of slaves.
There's a lot of slaves. Yep.
Looked like they were digging, opening this up or whatever, but there was lots of non-Sahagins, and there was a handful of guards, including a couple big ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took time to look who they're, where they were and all that, as well as mapping what I was the path I took in and out of here.
Yep.
And then I ran into a battered up priestess or something or other, and she and I went a few rounds, I guess.
Yep.
And I finally put her down.
Mm-hmm.
But I found a guy in a what looks like a cell, and I haven't gone to check him out yet.
That's right. There, you think there was somebody that was you heard very, very faintly in the distance in the corner of a room with a gate down. Help me! And that's where we ended it. So, okay, so most of you, so that's where you are. So Legolas or Aravan, you are sort of in this in front. It looks sort of like a cell or prison, I guess. And then the rest of you are still at the front of the complex. So, what do you want to do? I'll start with Aravan because I think it's kind of up to you what you want to do.
Can I see this guy?
See which guy? No, you cannot.
I can't see him. I can only hear him.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, you can tell there's like a figure in the corner of the room. You just can't see any detail on him, but you're sure that's him.
All right. In a not yelling, but I say, "Can you come to the gate?"
You hear so what I hear to be a rattle of chains, and no.
Okay. Does this appear to be the same kind of gate mechanism we saw before?
The way that, yeah, I mean, yes. Similar way to get the gate up.
Okay. I start turning it.
Okay, you start turning it after one round. You can easily move it up. At a third of the gate goes up. It'll take you 3 rounds to do it.
How much noise is it making?
Not that much.
Okay.
And you don't hear any. I mean, you remember when you were sort of down a bit further, you heard the sound of like the clanging, and it turned out to be the people mining at rock. There's metal on rock, and it turned to be that room that you heard. So, but other than that, you don't hear anybody. You don't hear anything else coming from anywhere.
Okay.
But it made some sound, but it wasn't like deafening.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'll keep turning it. And is there a locking mechanism to hold it open, or is it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep trying to open it up.
Okay, so you're gonna go, and your goal is to go and find out what's up with this guy.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
If someone comes though, I'm getting out of there.
Got it. Rest of you guys, what are you doing? This whole room is filled with Sahagin bodies and blood. And withering, sort of like this, the entangle spells are sort of like going back into the ground, and your spiritual weapon from this priestess is down as well.
Which way were we going?
I don't know.
Which way were we headed?
I don't think we made up our minds yet.
You hadn't decided. There's 3 exits, right? There's southeast, east, and west.
We ran into a big pile of people. Where can you go?
You weren't thinking about where to go. You were thinking about who to kill. Okay, so why don't without Aravan, so the rest of you guys, what do you want to do?
We could drag the bodies into the other room, but I kind of feel like that's a moot point.
That's not a bad idea.
They came after us. So anybody else here probably knows that someone's here, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't have the element of surprise anymore.
Yeah.
As you're sort of talking about it, Clay starts just at least moving the bodies over to the corner. He's sort of dragging them over here, like stacking them up. He's like, just get them out of the way at least. Is that what you guys want? You want to help him?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so bodies piled up now in the southwest corner. And and I guess I should be. Piles of blood just sort of just all over the floor. There you go. Okay, DM's having fun today, guys. There you go. Okay, so there's blood smears all over the place, but that's fine. And he's gonna move this guy here and this guy here as well. Okay, so what do you want to be? Where do you guys want to be going after you've cleared this out?
Maybe let's check out that room west over there by where Legolas is standing.
Okay.
Sure.
Move yourselves into your marching order and tell me how far you're going down. And again, who's got lights on right now? Everybody's got night vision. So because Clay's giving you your 30 feet.
300.
300 feet, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so Legolas, you're there. Kane, you're there. Axel, you're there. And I'll move Clay over here. Okay, so as you go down, let's just do this. We will, oops, that's not right. Okay, so you move over here. Clay goes down. He says, Axel, do you want to go first?
If stealth is not an element of surprise, I would not mind going first at all.
Well, you don't know. But are you, again, Kane, are you putting any kind of stealthy effect on everybody?
I could, but again, I feel like because the alarm was raised and everything, I'm not sure that it's worth it.
Okay.
I also have only a limited amount of spells, so.
Okay. So you look down the hall, and it's like the other. It's like the rest of the complex. It's sort of smooth, well worked stone. Nothing fancy, and it's obviously not dwarven quality, but quite good. So it's smooth walls, smooth floor. It looks like the Sahuagin like to keep things pretty tidy. And they're it's 10 feet tall, high corridors here. So you look down the corridor. It just goes down near the end here, and you see an entrance on the right, and then another about 60, 70 feet away, and then about 100 feet away on the left there's another exit, and then another place to go down, and then another down. It goes a quarter all the way down. So where do you guys want to go? If you do. Axel, you're leading the way. Okay, so there we go. And we're gonna follow you. How do we want to be moving, guys? Are we doing stealthy or just regular movement?
I'm not gonna be. If I'm leading the party, it's not gonna be stealthy.
Okay.
So I'll just be moving at a regular pace, but I'm gonna be, attentive.
Okay.
And I'll be going. What you want me to go?
Yeah,
10,
go
20
20
feet at a
feet. 20 feet at a time is fine.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Boom.
Okay.
And then I guess once I hit that corner right there,
Yep.
I'm going to try to listen in to see if I hear anything coming from that corner, or I kind of just like peek around.
Okay, you can peek around and then give me a perception check. And I'm going to do one for me too. Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Perception.
Nope. Luckily, Clay said, "Hey, I don't think there's anything in there." So as we go in, we see that there really is nothing much. It's it's dark blue tiles that cover the walls and floors of the room. In the center of the room sits a table with a small bench beside it. There's a coffer. It's propped in the northeast corner. Its open lid leaning against the wall, and a miner's pick lies on the floor in the southwest corner. Hey guys, let's take a look. And Clay goes over to the miner's pick. He has a look at it. Oh, it looks like a miner's pick. Nothing
I'll
special.
take it to the coffer.
You go over to the coffer. Yeah, it's just a coffer. A little chest. Top is off, and there's nothing inside. Do you want to investigate it a little bit further? Sure. Give me an investigation roll.
What could have been inside it?
I mean, you can't. You see that? Okay, it's just you can't tell what was in it, but it just looks like an empty coffer. Nothing special. In fact, it looks like this kind of It's not. It's almost done. It looks like this room is sort of ready for an occupant to come in, but it looks like it hasn't been used yet. So it's a new room that they've carved into the stone. That's what you get from that. Okay, and while we're doing that, let's go back to Erevan. So Erevan, you're at the front. The gate is open, wide open.
Okay. I take a quick look around before I go down into the place.
Yeah, I mean you can see that there's like these 4 pillars. It's a long, narrow room. It stretches beyond the gate. 4 pillars equally spaced north to south.
Okay. Now this gate, how is it set? Does it come down like straight from the ceiling?
From the ceiling, it's like exactly like that other gate at the front of this.
Okay. Is it coming down in grooves?
It's like it's a set. No, it's a set like a. It's got like bars, right? Or like vertical bars, all attached to a big iron grate, and it just all comes down at once.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. And then there's a bottom to it. I'm assuming that comes down with it.
Yes.
Okay.
And that bottom sits. The bottom will sit in a little groove in the floor.
Okay, exactly. So before I go in, I take the cutlass I have, I wedge it up against the wall. If this gate comes down, it'll hit that and at least slow it down. Hopefully.
Okay. Sure. Give me an investigation. Give me an insight check. Insight. Yep. You're almost 100% sure that will. So you're sure of 2 things now as you're checking it out. One, the mechanism to make it go up and down is locked, so it's not going to go down unless somebody goes and unlocks it or you unlock it. And now 2, you're very sure that this cutlass, even if it comes down, that's going to stop it. Okay.
I go in and carefully walk in to see this guy checking out.
Okay. Give me okay, so as you go in, to your right, along the east wall, runs a shallow trough cut into the stone floor. This channel is stained, and traces of a brown liquid shine wetly. To your left, along the west wall, dozens of manacles hang from the wall at waist height. So there's like all over, like as you exactly where you're walking, there's like dozens of manacles, rusty. They're all about waist height from where you are. And in the far corner, there is a very disheveled, dirty, emaciated, and sickly and pathetic looking. Looks like maybe a half elf. Half elf who's sort of seems to be shackled as well, and is just. It says he's the one that he looks at you, and his eyes are all glassy. His face is really just sunken, and he says, "Help me."
Okay. So it looks like a prison cell. I'll
This is
go right over.
this is clearly a place where they would keep prisoners.
Wait, I'll go over it and look at the shackles. As I'm, looking around, I hand him a healing potion to drink.
Mm-hmm. He can't move. He can't even. I mean, he sort of sees you, and all he does, you see him like try to start to cry. He sort of sobs, but he's emaciated.
I'll
He is.
to his lips and administer it to him.
He goes, wait. He says, wait. He's. So you need to give me a medicine check, please.
Medicine.
Yep. Okay. You've never seen somebody in this bad state before. You've been in battle a lot, but you've not seen a prisoner ever in this state before.
Okay.
You think that you need to, whatever you do might have some extra shock on him, like either knock him out, even if it heals him, but he might need extra time to recover. You're not sure, but you think that if you want to talk to this guy, you want to do it now before you try to administer anything.
Okay. Well, I asked, why are you here?
By the way, are you invisible or not?
No, I'm not anymore because
right.
I lost concentration.
That's right.
Why I ran into that chick.
That's right. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, okay.
That's why I bugged out because
That's
all
right.
of a sudden I'm invisible. I'm like, oh shit.
Yep. Okay, so he begins to tell you he says, this is what he starts to tell you. He says, my name is Elmo. And as he says Elmo, you just look at him and you go, well, Elmo, you look like Elmo the emaciated. I mean, you're pathetic. But he says that he's a wizard. And he was a leader of a party of adventurers that from the hold of the sea princes.
Hold of the sea princes?
He says, one of our patrons, his name by the name of Uncomer.
Unkamar. Really?
He says.
I know the guy.
Yeah. He says. He was our benefactor, but we were sent here from the Prince of Monmurg. The Prince of Monmurg. And he says they're a vassal, a small community nearby Saltmarsh. And you're going, he said Saltmarsh? What the hell? You're like, this guy he's saying essentially he was sent by the Prince of Monmurg, which is nearby Saltmarsh, and it has a benefactor named Uncomer, and he's here. He says his band he had everyone else, you can't hear this yet, so that really piques your interest there, Erevan. Do you want to keep talking to him, or do you want to
I'm gonna if I can work on the manacles to unlock them, I will attempt to do that.
How do you want to, I mean, you feel that these manacles you could break. What's your strength?
My strength
is
16.
Yeah. You feel that you could just work them free if you just took a dagger and just smashed it a bit. Give me an attack roll. A dagger attack roll, and to see if you can just bash them off. Yeah, you break them off the wall, and one of them even shatters. His wrist is free, but he just sort of slumps down. He can't move. He can barely move his head to look at you.
Okay.
But he's trying to explain. He's doing his best as he can to explain.
How heavy is this guy look? I mean, does he look like a 90-pound
Oh, he's like
So-
about less than 90 pounds.
Okay. I'm going to try and give him this potion and make him take it. And then I'm going to pick his ass up and get him out of there.
So you're gonna give him some of the potion. Give him the potion.
I'm going to give him a full healing potion
Okay.
and see what that does.
Okay.
And if I have to, I will carry him out.
Okay. So you give him the potion, and his color begins to look a little bit better, but he's still absolutely emaciated, and he looks like he's able to talk a little bit more, but he doesn't appear to be as strong as he should be after you gave somebody a healing potion. So whatever damage is very significant to this guy, but I think what you've done is stabilized him at least. He doesn't seem like he's still able to walk. He's like, 5.5 levels of exhaustion, right? That's
Okay. Is there? I'm not used to using these levels of exhaustion as a player. So
level 6 is you're dead. So
I understand that much. I understand. How do you counter it?
rest, restoration spells. I think it's every long rest you get is you can reduce one undisturbed long rest. You get one level less. This guy would require like at least, as far as he gets, at least a week of bed rest to get better.
Feeling, up to decent level. He's like on that ragged edge of death right now. So, I will try and pick him up and carry him out of there.
So you lift him up. He's still like in pain. He's pathetic, but you can pick him up easily.
Okay. And I'll try and get him out of there.
Okay. So you're gonna take it. Or you're gonna carry him. Okay, good. He begins. So as you start moving, he explains another thing, and he says, "I'll tell you." And are you gonna tell him about you guys, or are you just gonna listen to him?
I'm just gonna listen to him right now. I'm not gonna divulge any information until I get back to the group.
Okay. He says that the reason we were sent here. We were sent here for two reasons. One was from the Prince of Monmurg, his nephew, who accompanied us as well. He was their cleric. He is their cleric. You gotta get me to do that.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Don't worry about it.
Yes, Jim. So Jim, he had been seeing and having visions of evil and underwater evil, and he had felt drawn to combat it, and so the Prince of Monmurg wanted to send out an expedition, and Uncle Uncomer has known the Prince of Monmurg for a while, and he explained in absolute secrecy the fact that you guys were gone to the Isle of Dread. Elmo here, the only thing he cared about were these visions. Uncle Uncomer wanted to just check on you guys, but the prince's goal was to go and investigate the source of this evil, and that's the cleric Jim that they came with. That was his primary mission, and so they've got a few people. He and his companions were equipped to explore underwater, but they never got that far. As soon as they gained entry and he talks about the front entrance, they were immediately attacked by large numbers of Sahagin, and they were all captured.
Okay.
That's what you've learned from him so far as you're dragging him out the room. Or not dragging, you're carrying him gently out the room. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to go back are you going to explore the room a little bit more, or are you going to just go to the front?
I'm just going to get him out of there because if I waste time, it could waste him.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. There does not appear to be anything of value or here. And as you're leaving, you kind of as you're carrying him, he looks over at the brown water, and he's like, ugh. He goes, and he says, "We used to eat there," and it just shudders. So they are not taking good care of their slaves at all. Okay, back to the other three guys. You guys are in that room. What do you want to do? You found there's
some other room, right? Or other doors down the hallway.
Yep. Okay.
Go down there.
Alrighty then. Who's going first again? There's Eggless. You're first. All right.
Yeah, I'll go first. And I'll just peek around the corner.
Peek around the corner. As you peek around the corner. Oops. Where is that? There we go. So you sort of see a this unfinished area seems to be intended for use as a barracks. There's are you gonna there's nobody's in here right now. Do you want to go and try and investigate a little bit more what's in here?
Yeah, I'll go in, peek around.
Okay, and then I think Logan is as well. Yeah. So as you go in, propped against the center of the north wall are dozens of stoneworking tools. So chisels and pickaxes and an ADZE ads. Is it
Ads.
Is that ads? That's a stoneworking tool, isn't it?
Not really.
No?
It's more of a woodworking tool
Okay.
for cutting beams.
Okay. So yeah, you're right.
It looks like an axe turned on edge that's slightly curved so that they can cut from the
Got it.
ground.
What would be another example of a stoneworking tool then?
Of what?
A stoneworking
Stoneworking?
tool.
Hammer, mallet,
Hammer, chisel.
chisel.
Yep. Okay, so there's all these. There's dozens of those kind of tools. It looks like, and if you look at, there's all these lidless coffers around the walls of the room. There's they're all over the place. They all seem to be empty. They all seem to be open, and they all seem to be empty. But again, it looks like an unfinished barracks. Want to look and there appear to be 3 sort of additional rooms to the south that lead off from this barracks. You can peer in each one actually from the front there. Yep, there we go. So Kane and Axel, you guys see this is it's like a stair room. It's like the other similar chambers. There's a stone coffer standing in the northeast corner. An identical one rests in the northwest corner. The lids to these coffers lie between piles of stoneworking tools, chunks of chiseled stone, and debris.
Go check the coffers. Are they see if they look like
Nothing in them. Nothing in the coffers. You get the feeling these are probably it's where it doesn't look as organized as maybe what a Sahagin would have. More like the slaves have thrown their tools here and unwanted stone, right? Kind of a makeshift storeroom kind of thing. And then as Logan or Clay, he goes to the middle room. And it's the ceiling of this stair room appears rough and unfinished. Stone coffer stands in the northeast corner, identical one in the northwest coffer. Lids to the coffer lies shattered on the floor. So again, this looks like it just looks like a room that will be at one point it'll be fixed up and occupied, but nothing inside appears noticeable. Anyone want to go check out the last one, Legolas?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, this also another stair room. It's got a small table, 2 chairs beside it. There's a stone coffer. Its lid's open. It's propped against the wall. It's in the northwest corner, and the identical one in the northwest corner.
Nothing in it.
Nothing in it. This also appears to be the most furthest along ready for accommodation. So what you're seeing barracks, and you're seeing rooms so far that look like they're going to be they're going to be occupied at some point. And it looks like for your perspective, these look like these would be like the tough soldiers that would stay here, whereas the outside is just general barracks. That's the feeling you get from these places. Okay, where do you want to go to next?
Come back out to the hall. Start heading
Well,
south.
in here you now see there's an exit full on to the east. There's another exit to the north, or you can go back out to the west. And as you're making your decision, we go back to Erevan. Okay, Erevan.
All right.
You're carrying Elmo, the emaciated.
Yes. I'm gonna go. I can go this corner and up.
Sorry, you're fading out there, Jeff.
I'm counting to myself how many. So that's my movement with the guy on me. I'm gonna go back out the way I came. I collected my cutlass on the way out.
Okay.
I left the gate up though. I did not close it.
Okay. So I'll let you go up to the. I mean, it's not in turn mode right now. We're sort of like just winging it. So you're gonna go up to here.
Here and
Yeah.
look in.
You guys hear footsteps coming from the east.
No, you don't.
And that's
you
right.
don't.
You do not. You're silent as an elf. You peer around the corner and you see the rest of your party there, Erevan.
Okay. I immediately come in and go, we got to help this guy right now.
I want Kane, give me an investigation check, please. No, Kane, give me a perception check. That's fine. Give me a perception check, let too. Okay. Kane, you can't believe it, but this is Uncle Uncomer's friend Elmo. You know this guy.
The name sounds familiar.
Elmo. He used to be at family reunions. He wasn't Uncle Elmo, but he was a good family friend. And he is a good family friend, which is extremely unique considering this guy's a half elf and you guys are all dwarf family. He looks terrible. You've never seen him like this, and you have an immediate gush of sympathy and anger and shock. And he looks at you and he says, "Kane." And
Don't worry.
and you
Yeah.
and you
I'm
guys
gonna run up.
you guys see Kane trying to keep it in, but his eyes are tearing up. And you run over to Elmo and you're like, Elmo, are you okay? And he goes, Kane.
I'm going to run up to him. I'm going to place my hands on him. I'm going to say a prayer to Lathander, and I'm going to hit him with a lesser restoration spell.
Okay. You do that, and he gets off of Erevan,
I laid him on the ground.
and he's on the ground, and he tries to stand up, and he still falls over. You are surprised. He's not dead. You've saved him from immediate death, but he is again. He's in no condition to do anything. But he begins talking. He says, "Oh, thank you, praise." And he looks at you and says, "Lathander." Sort of like he's not trying to insult you. He's like, he like, "Praise Lathander. That's your god, right?"
Can I examine him with a medicine check to see
Sure.
if I can figure out what's wrong with him?
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
All right, let me see here.
Okay. Did you guys? Did you ever see the Adult Swim or Robot Chicken version of Star Wars?
Yes.
Just rewatched it last week.
Did you watch the Dr. Ball MD one? Go to YouTube, Dr. Ball MD. It is the funniest thing you'll see. Like, Darth Vader, he's the ball, when he's torturing Leia, he goes in and he goes, no, you will talk now. And he says, what is this, the Dark Ages? What do you, no, good day, sir. Do that, no, good day, sir. And he walks out. And the last one was when Padme gave birth to Luke and Leia. And he goes, what, they've lost the will to live? What is... He starts just berating them about their terrible medical techniques. It's hilarious. You know what I'm talking about, Greg, right?
Yeah.
I've lost the will to live. What is this? Let's all sit around and sing Kumbaya, and that's not how we do this. Good day, sir. And he keeps walking. Good day, sir. Okay. So what you discuss, what you figure out, Axel, is he's lost the will to live. No. But this is a weird part of this module, by the way. Let's just say he's going to require non-magical recovery. He will need to get the hell out of here. But you've stabilized him enough that he's not going to die now. But he's still going to need assistance. He's going to need to convalesce and recover. What you've done, though, you've pumped a lesser restoration into him, so he's a little bit clearer thinking, but his body is racked, and you can tell that mentally he's also had a break. Like, he's not, and you know this, Kane, as he's talking, he's not the same man, the same half elf he was. But he starts telling you the story of what's going on, and he says, they've come to find out why this vision from their cleric was so strong, and it led them to this Sahagin, this hideout. In fact, the way they got to the Isle of Dread was Uncle Uncomer didn't have a map, but somehow managed to convey what was going on. He also thought, that Uncle Uncomer would never have revealed this unless he thought it was truly important. So you're sure that's good. He explains he doesn't know what's happened to everyone else. He hasn't seen them since the beginning. The Sahagin work them night and day with practically no breaks. They get a little bit of sleep, and they're just hollowing out this cave in order to they're building barracks, it looks like. Now, he did say that their cleric Jim was the visions that they had was of this underwater evil, and it led them here. But he was sure that it wasn't Sahagin that were the ones that were causing the problems. There was some unknown tentacled vision of a creature that nobody knew of that Jim kept talking about.
Cthulhu.
Not Cthulhu. Well, maybe, who knows? Maybe Cthulhu. So again, they brought they were equipped to explore underwater, but they didn't get that far. He believes that his colleagues were killed because they would have been working together in the mines. But he was taken prisoner. He's worked as a slave, laboring in the building efforts. He and his companions, he had several magic items to aid them with underwater exploration, but they were confiscated by the Sahagin. And he looks around, he goes, but I don't think they knew that they were magic. I don't think they knew that. And he recently witnessed a performance of a terrible ritual in which many slaves were sacrificed. He's as he's talking, he's still like holding himself. He's clearly been impacted negatively. You think you're not sure what that means, Kane. You see, Erevan, this is more like shell shock. You know that most people don't really come out of this, proper. They got a lot of healing to do, different kind of healing. And, but Axel, that you've pumped in enough healing right now that he's just going to need to coalesce. But he will be more of a burden to you trying to go through this. You got to figure out what you're going to do with him. before we do that, does anyone have anything you want to ask him?
Did he and his colleagues leave for the Isle of Dread before we got the map and everything?
No,
Before
after. It's
After.
after. So,
Okay.
which is interesting. So you're trying to put the timing together. So yeah, it makes sense. But that means they've been here for a while. They've been here for a while because they didn't mention about going to first to Chult and Port Nyanzaru. You guys have spent a couple of weeks looking around the Isle of Dread. Sounds like they've come they headed right for the Sahagan area, and they've been here for a while. But the timeline makes sense. It would have been slightly a couple weeks after you guys left.
I do convey to everybody, and including him, thinking maybe your companions aren't all dead because, and then I explained that I saw there's a group down farther that's digging. There's at least 10 slaves and what looks like to be 8 Sahagan, including 1 lieutenant and 4 sergeants.
He says that sounds like a slave detail. But none of them sound like they don't sound like our party.
Okay.
How good of a view of this place and how many numbers of Sahagan and slaves do you know?
He doesn't know. Legolas, anything you want to ask him? My Legolas is quiet. Or on.
Sorry, I was
is.
muted.
Yep.
I can't think of anything except maybe where we might find where the sacrifice took place.
And he says, below. It was below.
Below. Okay.
I let him know that there are stairs going down in this area where these slaves are working.
And this is a while ago, and he goes, "Yeah, okay, down there somewhere. Yep." He's not very lucid about details. Again, everything seems to be foggy for him. But he does sound like that whatever that ritual is going on was down below.
Okay, so now we're also at the point when we got to bring this guy to safety. I mean, we can't bring him with us. You know,
So
we can't just leave him.
So at this point,
Let's put him out of his misery and be done with it. He's not gonna make it.
At this point, Clay says,
relatives.
Clay says, by the light of whoever my God is. So, by the way, have you guys talked at all? I'm still really. When are you guys supposed to be meeting Oceanus or anyone else? Have you got come after us after a certain amount of time, or just go back to the base and wait for us, or don't really know what's going on there, right?
They go back to the base and wait for us.
Okay. Clay says
They were supposed
I'm sorry,
to
go
create
ahead.
a diversion and look,
They did.
and then kind of just bail out because we didn't want them drawing them back to us. Oh.
Okay, so Clay says, this is how DMs use NPCs to their proper effect. He says, I'll take care of him. I'll get him out of here. I think I can get him back to Oceanus before she heads out. You go forward. I'll take care of him.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
And he's going to ask, let's see. And he says, Elmo, my son, are there any more secrets that we should know about? And as soon as he says secrets, he sort of, his eyes bulge out, and he says, I helped build a secret door. I helped build a secret door. I remember this. And he starts getting really excited, and you're like, hang on, whoa, calm down. Clay's like, calm him down. Like, don't. A secret. I built a secret door. And he says, where was it? Where was it? And he says, the southeast. Southeast. Yes, that's it. And he starts bawling. I can't remember. But he says, there was a secret door, and I helped build a secret door, and you need a lot, and we made it really, really well. So we concealed it really, really well. And he says, what you'll do is you'll go into a room in the southeast, and you will look on the east corner, the east of the eastern part of the wall, and it looks like any other stone, but you will go to there's some grout or some like mortar in the bottom of the where the wall goes with the floor. You'll scrape that away. There will be a button that will allow this door to be open. It's very hard to see. Nobody would ever be able to see it, but we did it. We did it. That's a secret door that we made. And then his mind starts wandering again.
Good job, Elmo.
Yeah. And he looks over at you, Kane. He goes, Kane, do what you need to do, son. Uncle Mer would be proud. Find my friends. And he's getting a little upset, and you see Clay just pat him. And you can see him too, Axel. You can all see him. He's sort of like got all worked up. He passes out. He's out. So this is all too much for Elmo. But Clay says, "You guys, I'm gonna go get him to safety with Oceanus. You go on without me, and I'll try to join you. I'll try to join you later." All right, so there we go. His plan is to go take him out and meet up with Oceanus. So I'll move those guys later, and you're gonna have to do it without Clay for now. All right, rest of you guys, what are you doing?
Well, I let them know that I've kind of mapped at least the area that I went down, and there is still some stuff I did not go into because I suddenly became visible.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's at least another corridor that I didn't go down that's down in that area, along with that group of Sahagin and slaves.
Okay.
In that large room, there's also a stairway going down somewhere.
Okay, so you explain that to them.
He mentioned a secret passage, southeast secret passage.
Yeah, do we want to check that out?
And like I said, there's a corridor that I passed that I did not go down, so it might be, and it's kind of in the southeastern side of this facility.
Lead the way.
Go ahead, Airvan.
All right, let me go back. All right, so we are going this way.
What we're also going to do, before Clay leaves, though, he's going to touch you, Axel, with, he's going to cast Cure Wounds. So 1d8, I roll it, I guess, right? 1d8 plus spellcasting, 6 plus... What's my spellcasting modifier? Where the hell is it? Anybody? Spellcasting. Oh, spell attack. Wow. Spell attack bonus is the same as your spellcasting modifier, I guess?
No. Spell attack bonus adds your proficiency modifier. So subtract 3 from that, and it's your
Okay,
spellcasting.
so 6. So, Axel, you get 11 hit points.
Nice.
And that is... Boom. Boom. He's got one left? Yep. He's getting a little weak on his spells. All right. Okay, so yeah, you get that back. Okay, so you're going down here. Yeah. You're coming towards the room where the Sahuagin priestess and the entrance to the prison are. You can move yourselves, you guys. You don't see anything. Okay, show me marching order again.
Let me be up front, guys. So I can show you which way we're going. I tell them there's, I explain to them what's ahead here. There's a corridor that I did not go up to the our right. I think it goes back toward those barracks, but I'm not sure. And to the left is this prison cell. And as I walk by the Sahuagin priestess, I give her a kick and I go, then there's this bitch.
Yeah, you kick her. She's like splats over to the. Which way did you kick her?
I just kicked her head. I didn't try and drop kick her anywhere.
Yeah, you did kick her, but she sort of flew over to the side. That's fine. Okay. All right. So now you got down here, which is down here, which leads.
Yeah, this is the corridor that leads down to what I was telling him about. Over here is that cell that he was in, and the chains all down the sides and all that kind of thing.
And you left the door. You're still leaving the gate open, right?
Still wide open.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're gonna go down the corridor here again.
Yep.
Okay.
If they're following.
Yep. Go ahead and follow Aravan, you guys.
These guys like digging zigzags.
Yeah, and you remember that, and actually when you get to about here, Aravan, that's when you start hearing those banging again.
Yeah.
So you guys now start hearing some faint clanking of metal on rock. Okay. Come on, Axel. Move on.
When they all get up to me, that's when I'm going to kind of fill them in what's up next. So around this corner, it's going to jog down again. There's a corridor off to the left. They didn't go down, and then the second corridor jogs back, and that's where they're digging it.
Yep.
So we need to be very careful and quiet going by there. Make sure. I mean, there's a lot of clanging going on.
So the first corridor, you didn't go down. You kept.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't go down that one. I haven't checked that one, so I don't know what's in there, who's in there, or anything.
Yep.
But if you go past that and go down the next, as the corridor bends again, that's going to lead us into where the slaves and the Sahuagin are.
Is that where the sound's coming from?
Yes. So I'll stop before that door or that corridor.
Okay.
Then.
So you can as you do that, and you guys, the rest of you guys can go behind him. You hear clearly. There's more. The noise is again coming from the west. There doesn't appear to be any to the south.
Okay, so I point down to where that bend is for this corridor and say that's where. And then I point down the one I'm right next to. I'm like, I don't know what's down there.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Shall we check the one that you didn't go down?
Okay. I just need to know where we're ready to roll.
And how are you going? Are you going full
I'm going
balls to the wall or stealthy?
Stealth.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't come charging in behind me yet.
Yep. Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Let's back up.
Yep.
24.
You think you're stealthy.
I think I'm stealthy.
Stealthy. And then give me a perception check as well.
Me?
Yep. Axel, both you and you give me a perception check too. Yep.
Woo! 23.
So yeah, I mean, what you hear, you don't hear anything. It doesn't sound like there's anything else there's anybody clearly either down the hall to the south or to the south in the room in the southeast. It's all the clanking that you hear in the west. Dave, actually same thing. You can still hear, Axel still just hears stuff coming from the west, nothing from the south.
Okay. I enter this room and see what's in here.
Okay. It's a large storeroom, another storeroom. It contains neat piles of hammers, chisels, mining picks, sledgehammers, crowbars, spades, wicker baskets, sacks, and coils of rope. There's also a pile of light blue tiles. Otherwise, the place is empty.
Okay.
The rest of you guys? Yep. As you, so Kane and so each one of you guys give me a history check. History.
Including myself?
Yep, everybody.
Okay.
I don't know my history so well.
Oh, I guess I do.
So
Holy shit.
And then let's wait to see what Axel's got. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, all you guys except Legolas. You say, "Hang on a second. This sounds like the room that Elmo was talking about." And you all realize that, and you get him. You know that he was pointing to a place right over here. And who's gonna go and look for that secret door?
I'll go check it out.
Okay.
Scrape the grout.
Okay, so Kane goes in, he gets it out. There's a button open. Now you can sort of see the outline of the door, and it pushes in. And so you can go ahead and move into. Well, you can't do it. Yeah, there we go. I think I just needed to. Hang on a second. How could I? Here. There we go. Did that work? You guys can still see. Now you can see into the room, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So this plain room contains several items of interest. This is clearly the secret room that Elmo was talking about. There's a leather cloak hanging on a peg on the wall to your right. Opposite the cloak, propped up against the east wall, stands a full suit of human-sized plate armor.
Hang on a sec. Oh, Axel!
A heap of chainmail lies at the foot of the armor. Farther into the room, 3 shields are piled on the floor. Finally, a coffer lies at the far end of the room. Its lid is closed.
I'll go check out and try to open the coffer lid.
Okay, so this is something I've been thinking about for a couple of weeks now. Does anybody have thieves' tools?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so you're gonna need thieves' tools to open this. Clearly.
Well, I check out the cloak first, and then start making my way down through the room. Looking at the shields. So I got a cloak on the wall, plate armor, chainmail. You said at the foot of it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just writing all this down. And 3 shields.
3 shields. Yes.
Okay. All right. Then I end up going down to where Kane is looking at this coffer.
Okay. Hold on a second. So, by the way, so when you look at this cloak, it's got it's a very flowing purpley cloak, and I actually should just, for F's sake, I'm going to speed this up. You're pretty sure that this cloak is a cloak of the manta ray.
Cloak of the Manta. Okay.
While wearing this cloak with its hood up, you can breathe underwater, and you have a swimming speed of 60 feet.
Okay.
Pulling the hood up or down requires an action.
Sounds pretty familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I go over to the coffer where Kane's at.
Okay, so yeah, you need to go and try to open it. It looks like, yeah, it's Yep. Okay. Okay. You just want to go and open it.
I will attempt to look for traps on it first, but
You want to look for traps? Okay. Give me an investigation check. 16. As you're going in, you're like, okay, you almost triggered this. There is a little trap, and you're like, oh shit. Okay, that was close. Yeah, it looks like some kind of blade trap, and you're gonna need to find a way to disarm it before you can open. Do you want to try to disarm it?
I figure out how it works or jam it somehow.
Mm-hmm. So give me a dex a dex check, please.
Dex
check.
Yeah.
Yep.
21.
Yep, and that'll work. So that'll yeah. So we only took a DC 15. So yeah, you disarm it, and the blade that would have come out and hit you doesn't trigger. Then you can also give me another DC dex check for opening it.
12.
That does not open it. You're like, oh damn it, and you're like, okay, well, this is just not working. These tools are not working for some reason.
Okay.
Want me to hit it with Shatter Spike?
No, don't do that. 2 reasons. 1, you could destroy what's inside, and 2, you're going to alert everybody where the hell we are. Give me a second. Let me look at it, and I'll take another crack at it. But
okay. Well, you need to. I mean, you can't figure this out. Somebody else has to go try it.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Sure, I'll try.
Okay. Give me a dex save.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, hey, step aside,
Like,
Aravan. He's like, in fact, give me roll a 1d6. Don't roll a 1.
Don't break my
Oh.
tool.
So, So Jeff, your prized one of your prized picks has broken. You still have your thieves' tools, but they've taken. They're going to take some. You're not going to be able to pick locks as well as you were before. So I'm giving you a minus. I'm giving you a -2 for picking next time.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's luck, right? Things happen. Okay. So
is it like snapped in two?
Yeah, it's the one of the picks is broken.
All right. Would I be able to cast mending?
Yes, of course you can.
Since I picked
of course
it up.
you can. Do you have it? And it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, good. Enjoy your inspiration for today because that was a very very good use of mending. I was reading about that. Like nobody uses mending enough in
I
this game, right?
know.
It's a
And
very
I can't
versatile.
go around saying, "Hey, why don't you use mending?" Because
There you
in
go.
character, I don't know that.
Hey, John, we're in that one game. I think it was Dusty. Maybe not. Where we were hiding behind this door, and the bad guys kept breaking down the door, and I would cast mending on like everything.
Yeah, I think you did. Someone like you put the like they break the bar and you just took it and just mended it again, put it on. That was awesome. That was awesome. It's one of those skills that one of those spells that we don't use that much. But yeah, very very well done. So yeah, you're able to fix the thieves' tools, and congratulations, they're not broken, Jeff. But you guys have both tried, and you just can't figure this out
Here,
unless you want to wait. You can wait a bit more.
Give this thing a shot. I know you've got some fancy fingers.
Who's that?
Legolas.
Legolas? Yeah.
Deck save.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try it.
14. That DC 14. Yes, you're successful. Very good. So yeah, so you step aside. You like, what? Hey, Legolas, he doesn't do this stuff. Pops it open, and inside there are 12 potions, all sort of with bluey green water or liquid. There is a little an amulet. There is it's sort of an amulet that is in the shape of a one of those those sort of weird tentacly creatures. You had a glass figurine of that you found in the vampire rays before. This one seems to be a little bit different, and it looks like you can wear it around your neck. And that's what you find in here.
Did we ever find out what that figurine did?
You don't know. This is still with. You didn't really investigate it, and this is still something that Logan has. That Clay's using.
I have to ask Oceanus. She might know more.
Yep. Okay, so as they're doing this, Axel, what you notice a little bit. So you see this plate mail, and you're like, me likey plate mail as a paladin. It's like, and you look at it a little bit more closely, and you see that it's actually not. It is plate mail, but you can see the lining is a little bit more fine, and as you sort of play around with it, pick it up, it's very very light.
Ooh.
Like extremely light. In fact,
It's plastic.
It appears to be made of mithril.
Ooh.
So I don't know if you know what that does, but this looks like a suit of mithril, mithril plate, which is really good. It's A, very very valuable. B, it does not impose disadvantage on stealth checks when you're wearing it.
Yeah.
About time.
Can I? Do I have time to put it on?
Yeah, you can try putting it. Sure, you can don it.
I will start.
And as it goes on, you're putting it on. You're like, this is like almost made for you. This is exquisite armor, and it feels just right. And you're like, this is gonna help me immensely. So it's not. It doesn't seem to be magical, but hey, made of mithril is very good. You also notice, Kane. You also notice that these three shields, they appear to be normal shields, but they've got the insignia of that. Of the Prince Mormug, and again, he's that that sort of nearby Saltmarsh sort of principality, and you say, okay, this has definitely come from the Elmo's group. You have a look at the potions, Aravan, and these appear to be potions of water breathing. So there's 12 potions of water breathing.
Okay.
And the chainmail, it just appears to be regular chainmail, normal chainmail. And then there's that amulet with that sort of the interesting creature. Anybody want to investigate that?
I'll look at it, but I don't know that I'll figure anything out on it.
Okay.
I'll take a look. I get pretty good Arcana skill.
Okay. Sure. You can take a look at it. Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana.
This does appear to be it appears to be a, what do we call it? I should wrote this down.
Protection's good.
It looks like it's. It appears you think it, and you know this from our kind of perspective. It looks like it's a casting focus, so it's like a wizard or somebody would use this to help cast a spell. But the creature does appear to be that same crystalline creature that you found before, and but you've never seen this. You've never seen one of these in reality. It doesn't appear to be. You're not sure what it does actually, but it doesn't. I mean, what's the right way to say it? Yeah, you don't know what it does. You'd have to investigate further. Nothing right now is not telling you anything. Do you want to wear it? Do you want to put it around your neck? Keep it in your pocket? Let it be?
Go ahead, put it on. I dare you.
I'm gonna wait until we get a long rest, and then I'll cast Identify on it. I don't have any spell slots right now.
Okay. Okie dokie. So that's all you find. That's all you find in the room. But it's a nice little cache here.
Okay, I've got it written down so far. So let me just verify we're all on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
One cloak.
Mm-hmm. Cloak of the Manta Ray. Yep.
Cloak of the Manta Ray. One plate mail armor.
Mithril plate mail armor.
Well, I'm assuming that Axel is going to keep that, so
Yep.
that's just I'm just rattling these off to make sure we got
I
everything.
added these to the party loot.
Okay. No, you should be wearing that now.
Yeah, No,
I'll
I
put
just-
it on.
in there with
Okay.
I put his name next to it, like he's got it.
And see, I've got the cloak. He's got the plate. The chainmail. Did anybody pick up the chainmail? And the 3 shields. Does anybody use or have want of shields?
I mean, do the shields beside having insignia look like they're any better than mine?
I don't know.
I mean,
That's-
sorry, is your shield magical or just regular?
No, mine's just a regular shield.
I mean, these are just regular shields as well.
I'll keep my shield.
Yeah. Then there's 12 potions of water breathing.
Mhm.
And 1 amulet.
Yep.
Of undetermined nature.
It's an arcane. You know that it's an arcane focus. That's what you can say that. That's fine. Good. That's what you've got. Yep.
That's what we've got.
Yep.
Okay, so are we leaving the chainmail and leaving the shields?
I don't want it.
I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. That's
The chainmail might be worth it just to put in the bag of holding, but I feel like we're good on shields.
yeah. I don't use one, so
I've
Okay.
got mine.
Okay. So you're gonna leave the shields. Are you just keep everything or keep it all in the secret room?
well,
Think
just leave the shields and the chain unless you're gonna stash the chainmail in the bag of holding.
I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could armor somebody up.
And by the way, I'm not doing this now, but I need to do this probably in our next session. You guys are starting to get full of stuff, and your bag of holding can still only carry so much, right? So
Right.
We need to keep that in mind. I won't force that on you today, but we're gonna start looking at it a little bit more seriously next time. Okay.
Yeah, we can drop some stuff off at the ship.
Yeah.
At the side.
There you go. Okay. So what do you want to do now?
Well, let's continue down.
There's banging sounds.
Well, let's continue down this other path that we haven't gone yet,
Mhm.
and investigate what's farther below, so we don't have any surprises coming.
So where's that? South?
Yes, come out the door and go south. I'm peering around the corner.
Okay. In the south, it appears to be more. It just
Corridor?
appears to be another long corridor. And as you go south here, you're moving away from the banging.
Okay.
It's a long corridor that goes to the west.
They tell them, wait here, let me go down there, check it out, and I'll tiptoe my ass down there, see what I can see, and if I signal you to come down, otherwise stay here.
Okay.
That way we don't take one of us getting caught up in an entanglement of any kind. And then I will work my way slowly down this hallway.
Okay. Are you gonna be when you walk your way slowly? Are you checking for traps? Are you doing anything?
I'm looking for traps. I'm looking for
Okay.
secret doors or anything that's out of place.
Okay. So you go all the way down. Give me a perception check.
All the way.
Just the whole way. Go the whole way.
Okay.
And then if I need to, I'll go back.
Perception.
11. No traps seem to be triggered. There do not seem to be any secret doors. Axel, Kane, and Legolas, you guys are like, damn, that guy takes a long time as he's inching his way down looking for everything. But you're like, okay, come on, man, when is he coming back? But you get to the end, and you're just the end of this hall.
Okay. I turn around and I hold my hand up, wait for a second, and then step around the corner here to here.
Yep.
Listening,
Yep.
checking.
Nothing out of the ordinary. You can't hear. Again, you can kind of hear in this direction to the northeast. You can hear tick, tick,
Yeah,
like
through
clinking
the
on
wall.
Yeah.
All right.
But nothing
So
seems to be coming from down the corridor.
All right. Make one last corner here and okay.
Yep.
And then to here. Holy shit.
Yep. There's another big long corridor, sort of heading back up to the.
And I still don't hear any more banging or clanging.
Only from where you were.
Okay. All right. I make my way back to the park.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, you see, as you look up, like there's a, it's a long corridor, and there's one exit, another 100 feet up. It looks like there's a door there. Another one 130 feet up. Looks like another corridor, but.
Okay. Well, everybody came walking up after me.
They did.
I basically, there's more corridor this way. Don't know what it goes to. Do we want to go into where the slaves are, or do we want to continue down this path?
I'd say we continue.
Okay.
I want to free the slaves.
Of course you do.
Such a do-gooder.
Free them too, but it's easier to pass around undetected without them.
Yes.
As long as you give me your word that we'll free them after.
Sure.
Yes.
You're pretty sure that way. I mean, there's the stairs that are going down. You're pretty sure that goes to the next level of the fortress. So,
You telling me that?
all you guys, you knew that too. You would have figured that out, Aravan.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was going to say, I think I kind of picked that one up.
Yeah.
All right, carry on. Push forward. Unless
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
Go to here.
Yep. Again, corridor. Up here, there's some doors, and then up here, it just looks like another. It turns right. Then here is just straight.
Yeah,
up.
there's a corner. Okay. All right. Again, waiting for them to collect here, and I will head forward. Same way I did before, checking and looking.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to stop at that first corridor to the right. And look.
Okay,
into the
and
room.
you can invest. So it's a double door, and
Okay.
the air feels a little bit cooler around here.
Cooler.
Yeah,
Okay.
but you don't hear anything. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. You don't think?
Okay. Go up and listen at the door.
Don't hear anything.
Is it a locked door? Is it a?
It doesn't look
like
locked. It looks like just it doesn't look like it. There's no. Doesn't seem to be a mechanism to lock it. It just looks like you'd have to open it.
Open it. Okay. I motion them to come up.
Okay.
And I basically signal, wait here.
Mm-hmm.
I move up to look up this corridor here.
It's another corridor. Yeah, this corridor just goes down a little bit, another 40 feet before it turns north.
All right. I go around the corner.
And you can see for yourself.
All right. One last turn here. Oh man, this is a zigzaggy mess.
Uh-huh.
All right. Still moving slow. Get to here.
Yeah. Just give me a perception check as well.
Perception.
Yeah, and as you walk in front, you step on nothing, and nothing triggers. You're fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so again, this is a zigzag. You know, there's more. These are more rooms that this is taking you into.
Okay. So it just looks like there's. Okay. I'm gonna check this out because like I said, I don't want stuff coming from behind us.
Yep. Anybody doing anything with the door where it was a little cooler?
It's the fridge, man.
That's kind of what you think, actually. Yeah, very possible.
Yeah, I'll go and open it.
Yeah, you just actually you open
Just
it.
enough to peer
It feels
inside.
sort of like a fridge. It's a stone door, just opens easily. And the air is distinctly colder than outside. The room contains no furniture, but around the walls hang various carcasses. Some spare hooks attached to the wall are unoccupied, and white bones lie heaped in the northeast corner.
Yummy.
And you can even from here, you can sort of hear more hammering coming from sort of the east, faintly through rock now. So do you want to inspect the carcasses?
Just to see if they're probably humanoid.
Yeah, there's a normal octopus. There are two giant eels. There's a male dwarf, and you're like, oh! There is literally there's a male dwarf, a male human, 4 lizard folk, and 4 what appears to be some kind of cat-like humanoid. Not they don't appear to, and you would know this, Kane. They don't appear to be tabaxi. They look sort of like tabaxi, but a bit more with longer hair, a little bit more feral, a little more stocky. You've never seen them before, but yeah. So, and so various humanoid creatures, not the octopus
They look more
or the eels.
like tigers or something, or like lions.
No, they'd be more like a. So if a tabaxi was more human, that's what it looks. It was a bit more human and a bit not as lithe and slim, more stocky. As you look, you can see that the dwarf. You look at the dwarf and the human. You're kind of sure that this is what Elmo was. These are a couple of the party members that Elmo was talking about. They don't look like they're dead that long. They look, especially the dwarf. You're a hill dwarf, aren't you? Sorry, what kind?
Yes, Hildor.
It's a hill dwarf. It's you don't know him, but it looks like somebody from your area. So that's not nice. But you think, okay, these guys are probably from that party, that group. Give me a there's no gear. I mean, they're just naked. You want to give me a medicine or investigation check?
Sure.
Yeah. So you can, as you look, it's as clear as day that actually these their bodies had their organs removed. You can clearly see that they're sort of like sacks now, but they've been tied back up for whatever reason. But also now, anyone else want to give me? Is anyone else with Kane, or is it just Kane right now?
I'm not there, obviously.
No, Legolas. I would like you to also give me a history or Arcana check, please. Yeah, good. You needed 14. So, what you get the feeling, Legolas, is from what I've read or what Volo's guide told me about Sahagin was these guys use many of their rituals also involve the use of freshly harvested organs. So maybe that has it. Maybe that was part of that ritual that Elmo was talking about. Yeah, anything else you want to do? These are the carcasses, and then there's bones in the far corner of the room.
Do we see? I mean, I'll check the bodies, see if there's any loot on them. But
Well, if you look at you go to the bones. Give me a medicine check, Legolas. They're just bones.
I ain't gonna find shit.
You can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't. You don't know what the hell. You don't know what these bones are of. And there's no loot to speak of.
They're just cow bones.
Yeah, maybe. Anything else you want to do, Kane?
Yeah, if I could try to figure out what the bones, like what animals they belong to.
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Sure.
Yeah. You walk over and Legolas, you see Kane go, that's a female human and a male half elf. They must have been from Elmo's party as well. And you sort of look at him, Legolas, like, how the hell did you know that, man? Just by peering down for 1 second, but somehow you did. So it looks like you found the whole party that Elmo was talking of. That's not good, but you got their loot apparently. And with that, what we're going to do is we're going to take a short 5-minute break. I know that Kane, you've got a hard stop, so we will only do a 5-minute break. We will see you in a few minutes as we go finish checking out the larder. Okay. back. Some of us are back. Did we lose Greg? Oh, he's there. I guess he's there. So, Greg, what did you just do with Discord? Was it off, or did you pause video, or what?
I turned off my video and muted myself.
Okay, so when you turned it off, it put your image at the bottom of my screen, and then when you went on, it went back up, and it's all fine now. So interesting. Okay. So it looks like you've come across a larder, and it's again the coldest part of this place so far. And you found some evidence of the other party that didn't seem to quite make it past this level. Okay, and now Axel. Oh, Axel, you've gone off to the north. I see. All right. You got off to the north.
Isn't that the way that
Nope.
Erevan went?
Nope. He got lost. He got lost, or you've broken off from him. But when you went there, though, Axel, it became when you went to the north there. You were very sure that that's the corridor that led back to the main entrance. Because you guys looked down that when you first were exploring. So yeah, you're very sure that leads back to the.
I'll relay that to the party.
Okay.
That's the way from the entrance.
Okay. And Erevan, so here you are. You're in the middle of the corridor.
Drop down here. Oh. Those doors on either side of me?
Yes.
They look like the doors I just saw at the spot where I left the party.
Yes. Similar kind of double doors.
Okay, I go over to this one and listen.
Nothing. Looks easily openable.
Okay, I open the door.
There is a unfinished guest room. Or sorry, it's a. Actually, second. No, I'll tell you what it says. Their pale blue tiles cover the floor and ceiling of the room. Mosaics on the wall depict Sahagin warriors sinking large sailing ships. A table in the center of the room is flanked by two ornate benches. Two coffers stand against the north wall, their lids leaning against their sides. This is not.
Now these coffers we keep coming across, are they?
It's just a stone box. It's a stone box with a stone lid that's off.
Okay.
It's their toilets.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could shit in it. Sure, that'd be fine. Yeah.
Well, I look into them to make sure that there's nothing in them, and then I'll go out.
Nothing in this room stands out.
All right, I go to the
Go
other
to the
door.
next one. Nothing in the room stands out either. This is less finished than the one that you just saw, but it's like a twin. It looks like, if anything, it looks like some kind of guest room.
Okay.
But nothing of interest, really.
I come back to the T.
Yep.
And then go on around here.
It takes you back to the Sahagin priestess room.
I'm getting a little too far, so I'm going to go back to the party.
You know what? No, I'm just to save you the time. So look, you if you go further east, you get to the entrance to there's a Sahagin priestess in the entrance to the jail.
Oh, okay. I see her. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. All right. I come back.
Yep.
And relay to them what I found as far as the rooms. That this corridor cuts back across to the other side. There's no way out or down or branching off. This will take us back out if we go this direction, out, over and back out.
At this point, there do not appear to be any other doors or corridors that you have not gone down yet on this level. It looks like you might have fully explored this place.
Except for the one where the digging's going.
You got it.
Yeah, do we want to go back and take care of those guys? Free the slaves?
Well, how much power do you magic wheelers have? Because if you
I'm
can't
uh,
if you can't throw spells, you're kind of useless.
I'm just cantrips right now.
Are you okay to go? Do you feel like you can? Because, like I said, there's at least one of those big lieutenants and 4 of the sergeants that I saw, according to my notes here. And so there's a total
Would you,
at least
Legolas? Do you get restored after a short rest?
Yeah, I get spell slots back after a short rest. I don't get like my healing light or I think that's it pretty much.
We could back out, take a short rest in the jungle.
Or we could go hide in one of the barracks. We have the
well, there's a couple of guest rooms around this corner up here.
We could hide in a secret room. Did it look like there was a way to close and open it from the inside of the secret room?
The secret room? Yeah.
yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Give me an insight check too, Kane. Yeah, that's good enough. You get the feeling that that room would be either so secret, nobody would know about it. If anybody knew about it, it would be just 1 or 2 of the people in the complex. And it seems to be pretty well. It would be very well defended. Could fit all you guys.
Let's do it.
So you guys are looking to go take a short rest. Is that right?
I just bandage up. You know, I get some stuff back in a short rest too. I get my second wind back, I believe.
Wild shape.
Okay, so so you're gonna take a short rest. Got it. Legolas, give me roll a 1d8, please. Okay. And Axel, roll a 1d8 as well.
D8.
Okay. An hour goes by. You guys get a successful short rest. Nobody seems to come knocking at the door. Nothing happened. So go ahead and give yourselves the abilities that you need back after 1 hour.
Okay, I'm also going to use a hit die. Might as well use a hit die and get me maxed out.
Yeah, good idea. I'll use one.
Boom.
There you go. That worked. Not as much, but
Down, hit die.
Close enough.
do you get your number and your con bonus, or just
Yeah.
Oh, I do. In that case, yeah, I'm pretty close to full.
Okay. All right, so you guys you've maxed out, or you've taken your short rest. You got some of your abilities back. What's the plan of attack?
Oh, you think we're going to attack?
Or I meant, what's the plan?
Well,
You could
I
bug
don't
out.
care what we do now, as long as we save the slaves on the way out.
Okay.
There's nothing else to see here, folks. So we either have to go that way in and go after those bad guys in there, or back the hell out of here. It's only 2 options.
Are there no stairways or ways down to a lower level?
Nope.
Okay.
Only in there.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So, is there like a place we can bottleneck them a little bit?
Well, there's at that entrance going in there. It's that hallway. If we can draw them into that hallway, we'll have them fairly tight. But we're going to be kind of tight too. Now, I don't think there's going to be anybody coming from any other directions. We've kind of cleared out all this level. So if we get back to that spot where we can draw them into that hallway, we can keep them in pretty much not necessarily single file because they can get side by side, but number.
We can harvest them.
Yes, we can make sushi.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sushi.
It's a
Okay.
hog and roll. Mm.
That's how we roll.
It's a hog and roll.
Hoggy roll.
It's a hoggy roll.
No, that's like, imagine if they had a D&D sushi place. That'd be awesome. RPG sushi place featuring the hog and roll. Okay. All right. So one entrance, one exit, and then so how are you?
Do Sahagin or no Sahagin leave? All right, let's do it.
Well, I'm back up there waiting for you.
Am I where I'm supposed to be? Where?
You need to be over here.
Bing, bing. Everybody's pinging this area.
I don't
Bing.
see I don't see it. I mean,
What? Where'd you go?
Follow us back.
Oh, I see it now.
You're like way up there,
A
Axel.
rainbow
Where we were.
Go back to where you were.
Get back.
There you go. Get back.
Get back to where you once
were. Okay.
That's the extent of my Beatles. Legless, can you do that invisibility trick on me again?
I can do you and someone else, although they need to be stealthy.
Well, here's what I'm gonna propose. I know we've got at least one big bad dude. If I can slide in there undetected and do an assassination attempt on his ass, I'm gonna become visible immediately after that, and I can draw them out to here where you guys are waiting for me.
Or we can just, or you can
fall down this hallway,
we can,
and you come up here.
and we could step in the room where we can kind of.
Yeah, well, like I said, this is down here is the beginning of that entrance to where they're at. If I nail a guy and then bring him back through this corridor, like through here, running this direction, and you guys are right here, we got him in a crossfire.
And Legolas will stand at the entrance to the hallway with the clipboard going, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're not on the list."
Don't cross
Nice.
the rope.
Yeah.
Don't cross the rope.
Nice.
All right, sounds
That's
like a
an
plan.
Do it.
I have cast invisibility. Does anybody else want to be invisible?
Well, just keep in mind, the minute you do any kind of aggressive move, you'll become visible. So if
I'm
you
not
do
gonna-
it,
I'm not going to do anything until you go loud.
well, if you're kind of standing here with your blast ready to go, I'll hit the deck and you can blast right over the top of me and smoke the corridor.
Okay.
So if whether you're visible or not, you could be on this corner or right in the middle. It's up to you. But I'll come back that direction and
then
I'll
you could
and have the rest of them here, and we'll have them in kind of a crossfire.
So this hallway is our kill zone.
As best we can make it. We're outnumbered 2-1.
They better get more guys.
Perfect. That's awesome.
All right. Sounds like a plan. So I cast invisibility on Aaron as well as. I'll also cast it on Axel. Just not that you're going to sneak in there, but that way maybe you can get some surprise on him.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
Metro Armor now. I can.
If you're
not
standing
move
like
so.
if you're
allows
standing
it.
like right here, Axel,
Where?
and they,
Ping it.
if you're standing here invisible and they go charging by you, you're gonna have them from behind.
Should I maybe like hug this corner over here?
I would say be right here, have him cast invisibility on you. Right here,
Right there in that corner down there.
right here. You see where I'm pinging?
Yeah.
In the hallway. When they go by,
Right there.
by you, then step out behind them, and you'll have them from behind. As invisible, you'll have the entire advantage that you got.
They'll be fighting on two fronts.
Exactly.
Let's do it. Go get them.
All right.
All right, we got a
Okay.
battle plan.
Got a plan.
All right. So I'm looking for their big baddest bad guy
Okay.
when I come in here.
Okay, so give me a stealth check.
Okay. Pull back up here. Stealth.
Okay. But you're invisible and you've got your elven.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
Short
so
of me
you.
dropping a handful of coins on the ground, I don't think they're going to notice.
Right. And you can see that even though this room is it's actively being, quarried out. The floor is also already immaculate. There's no like debris on it. There's, they're doing a good job here. What you do see again, there are three sort of standard Sahagin. There's the big boss, the big tough guy. He's over here.
Hang on, that's this dude?
Yep.
Okay.
He's like he would have been like the lieutenant.
Right.
This guy, these blue ones, they're like sergeants.
Okay. From the notes I took that you gave me before, I have one lieutenant, one priest, 4 sergeants, and 2 regulars.
1, 2. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and there's one priestess right in front of you. Is the sort of the spellcaster that you saw before? She's right in front of you.
Okay.
Then there's the big boss man up here, the lieutenant up here, and then these ones in blue. Those are the sergeants.
These guys here.
Yeah. Right now, the sergeants are all focusing on the slaves. They're just like whipping them, getting them, prodding them. The slaves are all focusing on the wall, trying to, they've got worn down implements, and they're working hard. The big guy is just sort of looking around. He's just standing over there, making sure everybody's doing their thing. These 2 Sahagin, they're just sort of, this guy is sort of, making sure that this lieutenant is taken care of, and this guy is sort of hanging out here with the priestess.
Okay. I'm going to switch my target to the priestess.
Okay.
And I'm back up to here. And I'm going to attempt an assassination on her.
Okay. You rolled a 15 for stealth, right?
Yep.
She just rolled a nat 20 for her perception.
Might be a good time for somebody using inspiration.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, I do not have one.
I think the only person who's got one is Kane.
Sure, I'll spend it.
Yeah? You want me to reroll? That's 17. That's better.
You are invisible,
It's better.
Funny, for sure.
I still can't believe she could even.
No. But but again, I think I need to do one more thing. Yeah. So. So with the reroll, she got a 14. So I'm giving her disadvantage just because you have invisibility. You rolled a 15 stealth, and you've got your boots on. So she doesn't notice. You're lucky. Glad you re-rolled too. Okay. So you want to go? You want to walk up to her and assassinate her? Is that right?
No, I'm not gonna. I am not gonna walk through. I'm gonna use my bow on her
Okay.
because I'm better with that than I am with the
Okay.
thing. So I would get advantage, sneak attack, and here.
You're gonna go there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here because I'm gonna duck. I'm gonna fire. Make sure that if she doesn't die, which she may not, I want to make sure she sees me, and then I'm gonna duck around that corner using my cunning action and dash to hide.
Okay. Got it. So go ahead and roll your attack.
18.
That hits.
Okay, I do 16 points of damage, but it's considered a crit because it's unknown. So how you want to?
17, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
is it
17.
17. So
Because assassinate gives a. Let me read it. It says you have advantage on the attack
Yep.
rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat. In addition, any hit scored against the creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
yeah, so this is a critical hit. I mean, she doesn't see you. She's absolutely surprised. So, which is basically your. So you re-roll. You can look. This is the thing. Everybody typically just doubles the damage. I've said you can actually roll twice. So if you've got your sneak attack is 3d6. As a crit, you can roll another 3d6 just with a non-crit, right?
Okay.
And then your regular hit, which is 6 piercing, you can roll that again. But you don't roll. You don't add the bonus. So you just add one more 1d6. Double the bonus.
Double the dice.
Yeah, double the dice, not the bonus.
Putting what 46,
What do
and
you
then
want me to
adding
roll?
that to that.
So do this, Jeff. Roll
Okay.
roll 46, and we're gonna add it to this roll. So add 46. Well,
Whoops,
yeah,
sorry. Hold
that's
on.
okay.
Hang
You
on.
can do that 3 more times. That's fine.
Hang on. 3 more times. There we go.
Okay, so
So,
18. So you rolled 17 plus 18, right?
35.
Yep.
So you sort of line up, it's like you're just like standing in front of her, and she sort of looks over at you and looks beyond. She's like just completely exposed. You're standing up there. Goes right through her jugular, and it goes out the other side. Blood starts splattering everywhere, and she's dead.
Nice.
Nice. All right.
See, that's what assassinate's supposed to be, right?
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So that's you
that's
again
like-
for a crit you get a roll instead of 3d6 you can roll 66. Other DMs go, hey, you roll 3d6 and just double the number, right? So but you don't add the extra bonus. It's like your ability bonus.
Okay. So
Okay.
as I become visible at that moment, I basically shout a elven curse at them so that they all can see me, and then I dash around the corner using my cunning action and go as far, let's see, and 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I go to here, and I'll post up for the next shot for this guy's coming by, because I'm going to make a lot of noise.
So you're gonna hold. So you're basically gonna hold you're stopping, and then you're turning around,
Yeah.
getting ready for a shot.
I'm on one knee, lining up for a shot around that corner.
Axel, what
Do
are you
I see
doing?
him run past me?
Yes, you do.
Yep.
No, you don't.
Oh,
No?
no, yeah, he does.
He's invisible. Or no, he's not invisible. Sorry, he's not anymore. Yeah, so yeah, you see him run past you. But you
I'm
see
invisible.
him run past you,
Oh,
but like
yeah.
it's totally silent. He just goes. Yeah. You see him run past you, you don't hear him run past you.
That's the signal.
Yep. And so Axel, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm
Everybody
waiting.
is-
I'm waiting. So I know that they're kind of coming around. So I'm like positioning myself. You know, I don't want to be like right at the corner so they bump into me. I want to let them go because they're going to see him at the end of
Yep.
at the end of the corner.
Yep.
And so then,
like,
are you doing? Is there a trigger for you to do something?
As soon as I see a couple guys that I can get behind,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rush them. I'm gonna rush them from behind.
And so you're going to attack them?
Absolutely.
Okay. Kane, what do you want to do?
Just gonna watch for now, depending on where they, depends on what I do. So just waiting.
Okay. Legolas, what are you doing?
I'm gonna ready an action, which will be a Eldritch Blast at the first hostile creature that comes around the corner.
Got it. All right. So everybody click on your token and roll initiative, please. Come on. What am I doing? I gotta wake up here. And that's okay. Give me a second. Priestess, I don't need to worry about anymore. Fantastic.
Yeah, she's fountaining blood.
Oh, she's done like dinner here. There you go.
Sushi. Hey, I got a fish kebab. Who wants it?
Mhm.
Okay. I think that's right. Okay, so here we go. Oh. This guy comes rushing around the corner. Legolas, you said that you were holding Eldritch Blast?
Blast, yeah.
Okay, so this guy comes
And-
around the corner.
We determined that that was only one bolt, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Wow. 26? Yeah, that'll more than hit. Okay, 12 force damage.
Oh, force damage.
You use the force. And does it do anything? It doesn't hit him back or anything?
I'll have it push him back against the wall too, just to cost him 5 feet of movement.
And then he comes back and just he fell back against the wall and he starts continuing to run. Okay. Axel, you are still holding an action. Nobody's come past you.
Well, I'm not. I'm going to let a couple people go past me. I'm not going to let just the first one go by.
So how many do you want to go past you before you charge or attack?
At least 3.
At least 3. Okay.
Well, I want to. I'm going to look behind. I'm going to be constantly looking behind and see if there's like a lull. Or if it looks like, like Airvan's getting overwhelmed or Legolas, I'm going to jump right in.
Got it. Okay.
Don't worry, I won't be
What
standing.
I'm going to do, I'm just going to, right now, my action will be to dodge. I'm just
Hang
gonna
on. So
stand
hold on.
there.
So you got to say you're holding an action, and your held action is dodge.
Well, dodged wouldn't be a held action. It would just be if it's my turn in the initiative, that would be my action this turn.
Okay, so you're not going to hold an action then.
No, I'm not going to hold an action
Okay, you're just going to dodge. Got it.
because I'm going to let them take their actions. So I'm going to
Remember,
dodge. This is going to be my action. I'm going to dodge.
Okay.
They can't see you, Axel. You're an open hallway right there, so you don't have to do anything. Just don't get touched by them.
Yeah, might as well dodge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's the Axel. Then this guy, he goes. Hello. Okay, that guy did his thing. This guy. Legolas, you see another guy running over here, and he is coming down the corridor. Erevan, it's your turn.
All right, the guy that turned the corner
Yep.
is out here. This dude right here.
The guy who just appeared? Yep.
Yep. I am going to get the sneak attack turned off. I am going to let him have nice bow shot.
Okay.
And here we go.
23.
23.
Hits him mid-center.
9 points of damage.
He's still charging.
And I will use my movement to put myself here at the
Okay.
end of the action. So I'm partially covered on that corner.
Okay. Are you do you want to duck behind it?
I'm using my cunning action, so if anything, I'm ducking behind it in the hide mode.
Okay, you can. Yeah, okay. Cunning action can do the hide action.
Yeah, and so like I said, I'm gearing up for the next shot.
Okay, got it. Kane, now you're up. As you peek out, you see. Well, you don't see anything actually.
See one
Can you see him from there?
up guy.
Okay, yeah, I guess you can. Yeah, you can see him slightly come into frame. Yep.
I'm just gonna dodge.
Dodge.
Great.
Okay. Legolas, it's your turn now.
Wonderful. So I will cast Eldritch Blast first on the one I hit initially.
Okay.
Ooh.
Force damage.
He goes. His center mass has a hole in it. As the force smashes him against the wall, he is putty, and he's just mush against this wall now. Yep.
And then second blast against the other guy that's visible.
The new guy.
Ooh.
11 will miss.
Okay. And then I will duck behind the corner.
Okay, now you can't see anybody. All right. Axel, you can sort of see this other guy who's just appeared.
Okay.
And Axel, you can now see a really big, very tough looking guy. Just, waving his. What has he got? He's got his trident, I think. He's and that's all he can do at this point.
Which one looks like the leader to me?
This guy who's just come into your view, he looks tough as shit. You don't know if he's a leader, but he looks very, very tough.
Okay.
This guy, okay, he is dead, so he's out of the turn. Now your turn, Axel.
As soon as those, now I will ready an action.
Okay.
As soon as one of these last two guys pass me, I will step out and attack them.
As soon as who? The last two guys?
This guy and this guy.
As soon as they go past you, is that what you're saying?
As soon as they go past me.
Okay. Then you're going to attack them from behind.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. You now see...
So just to be clear, this guy in front.
This guy?
This guy in front, the guy that you said looked the toughest.
Tough, yeah.
He appeared last.
Yes.
So I know he's going to move last.
Mm-hmm.
So after he moves, not after this guy that is behind him moves.
Mm-hmm. After he moves, you're going to attack him.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So this happens to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. A guy walks in front of you. He is one of the sergeants. 30, 40, 45, 50. He's running down the hall full steam ahead. Next. This guy who had been shot now by Aravan starts yelling, "Rah, rah," and he's pointing down the hall as well. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. Aravan, right in front of you, there's this hog that pops up.
Okay.
And you know what? Aravan, it's your turn.
Hey, look at that. So I'm gonna take a shot at this guy.
While you're in melee range of this guy.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a shot at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then
I think we said that was going to be a disadvantage if you're in melee, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Then I'm going to disengage using my cunning action.
Okay. So
here.
Yep. Okay. That's good.
Right? So I will be out of his range and will not get a attack of opportunity from what I understand of the rules.
That's right. That's how it works.
Yep.
Okay.
So go ahead. Take a shot.
Alrighty. So let me make sure I got everything turned to norm. Make it normal. And here we go. 18.
18 hits.
7 points of damage.
Okay. You hit him.
And disengage and move to here.
Okay. Around the corner you go. Kane, your turn.
Still dodging and waiting.
Dodging and waiting. Legolas. There's the guy that there's a center mass hit. So I think you hit this guy once, and Aravan did as well. There's an arrow sticking out of his front.
I hit him. I think Legolas missed him with that shot that missed.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
But I don't think I'm going to miss him this time.
Nope, not.
No, you do not. You take a massive chunk out of his side, and you pushing him back.
Back or 5. I guess I can only really go 5 feet back.
You push him back that way. Hits the wall. He's in bad shape.
And since he's not dead, he gets another.
With a 12, that will hit.
Oh, nice.
And the first blast, and then hit him right in the face. He's a pulp. Pulpalicious. Wow. Oh, this Eldritch Blast is just too awesome. Okay, wow.
In that case,
And now you see the sergeant bearing down on you as well.
Actually, I'm gonna move back. Let's see.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna go here.
And
Okay.
blast them and move forward.
Yeah, just keeping distance.
Okay. And now this guy over here, he runs. He goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's running up the hall as well. And now Axel, that big bad guy, runs right in front of you. And you wanted to hit him, right?
As soon as he passes
He just
me,
passes you. He just passed you.
I'm gonna step out and swing at him.
Okay, and you're invisible, right?
Yeah.
You get. He's
Shouldn't
not
have
in the
advantage.
surprised condition, but he is very surprised that you have appeared out of nowhere. So, go and attack with advantage. $24. There you go.
Nice.
9 slashing. Okay. You get him right in the leg, and you appear. He's like, and that's your held action. So, so that's it. So he stops, and he can't run because he sort of turns around and what he can do though, he can attack. He got attacked, but he can attack now. Yeah, he can attack. With his spear. 24. Gee whiz. 24 hits?
That hits.
You rolled a 19 and he had a +5, so 7 piercing. But Axel, this guy who's now just hit you, it is your turn.
Let her rip, dude.
So you used your held action, you hit him, and he's stopped. He's facing you, he attacks you, and you can hit him again now. Now you do your main action.
I'm gonna try to shove him down to the ground with my shield as my bonus action.
Mm-hmm. 17. And I'm gonna do a strength. Let's see. Oh, just beat me. Yes.
Okay,
Just
and now
beat
while he's on the ground, I will take 2 shots with Shatter Spike.
Mm-hmm.
First one.
That'll miss.
He rolls out of the way.
Yep.
And the second one, 18.
That hits. For 6 slashing?
Yep.
Yeah, so
And
he's taking some damage. You've got him in the leg, you got him in the side. Yeah, you've done some damage to him. But he's pissed. He's just pissed. This guy steps over his dead brother. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Like Erevan, around the corner, you see one of these sergeants. He bears down on you with his. What has he got? He's got a warhammer.
Choice.
All right, and he tries to hit you with his warhammer. First attack, 24, 7 bludgeoning damage.
I will do a cunning dodge.
Which reduces the
Cuts it in half.
so down to 3.
Okay.
Boom in the shoulder, and you just sort of, but you still sort of dodge. You're like, ow, that hurt. And as he comes around with his second attack, with a 14.
Missed.
There you go. So that one you just completely dodged out of the way. All right, so that's what he's done, and he's snarling and attacking you. Oh, this guy, he's dead too. Fair. Oh, how nice. Erevan, your turn.
Okay. Well,
And Greg, I know we're the hard stop here, but we're gonna just do your turn.
Yeah, I'm
after
good
Erevan.
finishing this round. If that's
You're good.
okay.
Yep.
all right. I will just hit him with my the sword I got, a short sword. So that's
short
technically a
bow.
19 plus 1.
That's short bow.
It is? Oh,
Yeah, you gotta roll your
sorry.
melee weapon. Yeah.
Shit. Well, I had the short bow in hand, so.
Yep, that misses.
Okay.
So he's like, he finally dodged.
Once again,
They dodged something.
using my cunning action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm disengaging and going to here.
Okay. Kane, you're up.
It's double movement to move through allies, right?
Yep.
5, 20, 25.
Okay.
And I will bonus action to turn into my bear.
Oh, here we go. My bear.
It's a little different this time.
Oh, it's different. Tell us how different it is.
The bear, instead of being a brown bear, it's snowy white. It's a polar bear.
A polar bear. Wow. And as you turn into a polar bear, Axel, you're like, what the hell? And this Sahagin guy just goes, his eyes
He's still prone, by the
literally
way.
pop out. He's prone, yeah?
Yeah, he's still prone.
Is that the right statistic? Is that your, do you get the right statistics for this bear?
No, I didn't have access to the polar bear. It just tweaks a little bit. Like
Okay.
a little extra health, a little extra damage.
Okay, so do you need to, that's a bonus action, so you can still attack, right?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to bite him, and I'm going to claw. So he's prone, so advantage.
Yeah, you get, wow. So 20 and then a 23?
Yikes.
Wow. So Axel, you see this bear just, and he just, so it's 17 piercing damage, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
17.
Hey, took a while for Kane to get out and do something, but when he does, he makes an impact, that's for sure. Wow, yeah, okay. Yep, that's... also, Kane, when you did that, you noticed your bare ears and senses indicated that there's some kind of commotion going on in the room over here. Sounds like fighting. I swear you, from that
Okay.
room. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's your turn. Anything else you want to do?
That's all I can do.
There you go. Legolas, your turn, and then we're going to finish it up for tonight.
I'm gonna do the obvious.
Wow. That will miss. That will not.
So push him 10 feet back.
What? There you go. Yep. Anything else? All
Back.
right, there you go. Okay, so with that, we have some of these Sahagin have chased Legolas and Erevan. You guys have surrounded the other ones, and now you hear some kind of noise, some combat or something going on back in the slave pens or in the slave room. So we're gonna end it there. We'll do it again next Wednesday. Anybody cannot make it next Wednesday? We good?
I'm good to go. Now the following Wednesday,
Yep.
After the break
Yep.
or the Memorial Day weekend, I will not be available.
Anybody else? So that will be the first, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Anybody else not able to make it on the first?
I should be all right.
I may not make it on the first, so I will. I'll let you know I'll let you know next week, but it all depends on something. So, yeah, we're good to go for the 25th, and I'll ping Logan as well, see if he's on for next week as well. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. Happy Wednesday, and happy hunting, happy playing. Have a good one, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for the game.
Thanks, you guys.